Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Lulu prepares to reunite with Charlotte, Brooklyn and Chase receive bad news. Today on General Hospital, Emma appears to be concealing secrets, Lulu abandons her family, Lucas lashes out, and Michael prepares to battle. Emma confesses that she is not here for a visit, instead, she is transferring to Port Charles University and moving into the dorms. This really takes Anna by surprise. She wonders what happened to Emma's fantastic internship. And why didn't Robin call and tell her? Emma reveals that there has been a lot going on, including gaining a new aunt, Sasha. Anna is skeptical of Emma's arguments, particularly when she wants to talk about anything to avoid reaching out to Robin. She even asks Sasha what it was like to date Cody, which is awkward. Sasha expresses how much she appreciates working for the QS because they are a close family. Sure, they rip each other apart on a regular basis, but at the end of the day, they support one another. Felicia emphasizes that family accepts you, warts and all, in the hopes that Emma will open up. That effort fails, and everyone slowly says goodnight. Sasha tells Maxie that she enjoys having a large family, but she needs to make some decisions before revealing to everyone that she is pregnant. Brooklyn gives Chase the nicest Christmas gift ever, a pregnancy test. They are nervously awaiting the test results and picture celebrating their unverified child's first Christmas next year. But it turns out that they aren't really expecting. "We're gonna keep trying," Chase replies, drawing her in for a hug. She descends into melancholy, wondering why she can't conceive. He thinks that they are putting too much pressure on themselves, and they both agree to be tested to ensure that there are no issues. "I know in my heart that you are meant to be a mother," Chase insists. Finally, he admits that, while he wants to have children with her, he also enjoys having her to himself. Brennan and Joss bond while playing a game, which excites Carly. After all, it distracts the young woman's attention from everything else. Jason, on the other hand, is having none of it when it comes to the WSB head. However, Carly is concerned that Joss's abrupt loss of Dex would have a bad effect on the young woman. Joss notices sparks flying between her mother and Brennan as they discuss how they brought Lucky home. She also impresses Brennan with her understanding of strip mining. Joss reveals she originally aspired to save the world, but after Dex's death, it becomes silly. Brennan, on the other hand, tries to show her that even one person can make a difference. The right push in the right place at the right time can have a huge effect on a person's future, on a country's future, sometimes even the whole world's future. Joss ultimately becomes exhausted and goes upstairs, leaving Brennan and Carly alone. She compliments him for being so nice to Jocelyn. "She's a formidable young woman," he states. "Never underestimate her, or her mother." They exchange Merry Christmas greetings, and it is painfully evident that they want to kiss. Instead, he wanders away while Carly stares up at the sky and snow starts to fall. When Michael talks to Jason, he tries to shoulder some of the guilt for what happened with Willow. Not surprised, Jason would rather blame Drew. Michael says Willow wants a hero, and Drew's actions make him appear to be one, despite the fact that they both agree he's a slimeball. "I don't want to punish Willow," says Michael, "but if Drew's who she really wants, maybe I should just let her go." Jason suggests Michael fight for what he wants, implying Willow doesn't know what she wants and that there are different types of heroes. "You're looking for the good in a lady who took your children and fled." Jason suggests Willow see the nice man she has instead of going to Drew. Michael says he wants Willow back, but if they can't work it out, he'll fight for the children. Nina tells Ava she's looking forward to Drew's departure, but Willow unexpectedly invites him to stay. When Lucas arrives to tell Wiley that he should be with Michael, the whole more the merrier thing falls flat. After all, he claims he did not pull his own heart out to hand over the boy so Willow could protect him from his father. Lucas maintains he is not doubting her feelings for Wiley, but rather her behavior. Is sleeping with Michael's uncle the greatest option for your children? He claims that their feelings do not justify their utter loss of honesty. Things quickly become heated. Lucas points out that everyone in the room understands the pain of being separated from a child. Willow attacks him for comparing her to Nellie, which Lucas claims was not his goal. Eventually, he leaves. Nina argues to Willow that they must go on the attack if she wants to keep the children. Willow does not want the children to become involved in a violent struggle, but Nina and Drew think that fighting is the best way to deal with issue. No one is going to take away your children, Nina maintains. Willow worries if her life will suddenly revolve around being judged by others. Drew claims that, despite being a congressman, he will not disguise his affections for her. I can't believe we found each other, he says, and they end up hugging while Nina looks on, clearly disapproving. Ava follows Lucas to Rice Plaza and tells him she knows his sorrow. There were days I didn't think I'd survive losing Kiki, she remembers. However, she adds that they are Jerome's, and they are tough. Lucas wonders if he is his own greatest enemy, worsening the issue. Ava feels Willow views Drew through rose-colored glasses. Nobody should have to go through that, says Ava, recalling how she and Sonny had been arguing over Avery since the child was born. Even Michael does not deserve that. Sonny and Laura discuss the search for Charlotte. Meanwhile, Dante and Rocco prepare to spend their first Christmas with Lulu in 4 years, unaware that she is flying to Prague to reconcile with her other kid, Charlotte. Only after comparing notes with Laura does Dante learn that they both received texts from Lulu stating that she was spending the night at the other's house. They quickly understand Lulu is pursuing her daughter, and Rocco reveals Charlotte contacted him. Dante says he'll head to the airport and try to find Lulu. Laura, comically, replies it's a big airport. It must be, given that the Port Charles airport appears to have direct flights to Prague. Lulu forms a bond with Brennan's horribly accented female associate, Colette, while waiting for her flight at the airport. She calls her supervisor, and they agree that she knows what to do after Lulu leads them to Charlotte and, indirectly, Valentine. Christina loses herself in memories of previous holidays when alone with her father in Rice Plaza. Despite her fears that the tree lighting might leave her feeling empty this year, she believes Sonny helped her maintain the magic of the season. They later visit Sonny's house and discuss Charlie's future. He explains that he gave her the bar since it was an important part of his father's life and he wants it to remain in the family. Christina admits she wept like a baby after seeing Sonny and Max perform at the nurses' ball online. What a way to remind us that there was no nurses' ball this year. Sonny says he never wants his children to forget how important they are to him and that he will always be on their side. Christina praises him for assisting her in getting through this extremely difficult year. When she goes to bed, he shuts off the light and clutches his chest, seemingly in anguish. On the plane, Lulu stares at a picture of Charlotte and says they'll be reunited soon, as Colette sits several rows behind her. Jason stuns Anna on the upcoming episode of General Hospital, and Alexis receives another shock. Did Sonny suffer a heart attack in December's General Hospital? The Corinthos family's Christmas may not have been what they expected. After preparing a Christmas Eve dinner for his children and Carly, Sonny left to spend quality time with Christina, the child who needed it the most this holiday season. Christina, who has relied on her father the most, has had a difficult year after losing the baby, mourning Sam's death, splitting up with her partner, and falling out with Molly. Christina confessed to her father after the two watched Laura light the tree in Rice Plaza. She expected to feel empty this Christmas, but being in the joyful Rice Plaza with her father reminded her of the wonder and hope she had always felt. A blue Christmas, Christina opted to spend the night at her father's house, cuddling on the couch and telling him she couldn't have made it through the year without him. As she went to bed, it began to snow, and Sonny looked out his balcony to see Port Charles coated in white. When he switched off the lights to go to bed, he froze, wincing and placing a hand on his chest. Although it barely lasted a moment before Sonny went to bed, it's fair to conclude the mobster was about to have a heart attack. Another intriguing explanation for Sonny's sudden pain could be that it was caused by an anxiety or panic episode. Sonny's portrayer has frequently spoken out on his podcast State of Mind about the physical symptoms of his real-life anxiousness, and given the character's history of mental health issues, it would be a nice method to scare his family without causing major harm. Jason's vow, Martin's bombshell, Sasha's bold move, and Diane's warning. Next on GH, Trina is astonished, Laura and Alexis are in shock, and Sasha makes a life-changing decision. Meanwhile, Diane has some bad news. The General Hospital spoilers for Friday, December 27, 2024 are here. Martin Gray is set to blow a bomb on Alexis Davis and Laura Collins in the upcoming episode. Coming up on General Hospital, Sasha Gilmore Corbin decides to leave Port Charles. Ava Jerome has a significant request of Trina Robinson. Plus, what happened to Sonny Corinthos following those terrible chest pains? Maxie Jones' Discovery GH spoilers for Friday, December 27th indicate that Sasha will make an important decision. Maxie Jones had earlier questioned Sasha why she hadn't notified anyone about the baby yet. Sasha merely said she needed to make some decisions first. Then, in a preview clip for tomorrow's episode, Sasha informs Maxie that she will leaving Port Charles. Sasha might also ask Maxie to keep her departure a secret. GH spoilers, Sasha Gilmore Corbin's move. Sasha is aware that people will likely persuade her to stay in Port Charles. So that could explain why Sasha doesn't want others to know. This is noteworthy because Chad Duell has already left the soap. With Sasha pregnant with Michael's child, might they start fresh somewhere new together? Michael Corinthos' dilemma. General Hospital spoilers for Friday, December 27th indicate that Michael will seek guidance. Michael was prepared to battle for his marriage and find a way to forgive Willow Tate Corinthos. However, Michael considered giving up on Willow. Jason Morgan encouraged Michael to fight for what he wanted. Michael remains torn, but has stated that if he loses Willow, he will fight for the children. General Hospital spoilers, Friday, December 27th, 2024. On Friday, December 27th, Jason will reveal shocking news to Anna Devane. Trina aids Kai Taylor. However, Trina will have to cope with a unique request from a harried Ava. Jack Brennan has a request. Martin also lays a surprise on Laura and Alexis, shocking them. In a preview clip, Martin informs Alexis and Laura that they will be interested in hearing what he has to say. There should also be updates on Sonny's chest issues and Lulu Spencer's attempt to retrieve Charlotte Cassadine. Which narrative are you most looking forward to witnessing on Friday, December 27th, 2024? What will the future hold for Sonny, Martin, Laura, Alexis, and Jack? What is the future for Willow, Michael, Jason, Sasha, Maxie, and the other Port Charles residents? Maurice Benard's retirement is in the works. According to General Hospital News, many fans and critics are curious about Maurice Benard's next move now that his character Sonny Corinthos is faced with a significant health crisis. General Hospital News, Maurice Benard's retirement is in the works. According to the most recent General Hospital episodes, Sonny Corinthos appeared to be experiencing chest pains, leading many to question if he was having a heart attack. If that's the case, many people believe Sonny's time in Port Charles will soon come to an end. But, to be fair, Maurice Benard's potential departure from daytime television has made news before. Back in 2022, the actor proposed that he take a vacation from employment to spend more time with his family. During an episode of State of Mind that year, Maurice mentioned that he might be ready to quit the canvas sooner rather than later. Indeed, retiring appears to be his top priority. I'm very happy right now. If you know me, you'll notice that my happiness at General Hospital comes in waves. Up and down, he said. General Hospital News, what's next for Maurice Benard? If that wasn't enough, Maurice went on to say, acting isn't what it was when I was young. It can be challenging at times, and it forces me to act in ways I do not want to. But right now, I'm very happy on GH. The actor also said, I'll be done with it soon. Sorry. I hate to say it, but it's true. If anyone deserves a happy retirement, it's Maurice Benard. He's been playing Sonny Corinthos for well over 3 decades and may use a break to focus on his growing family at home. So yet, Maurice has not made any further comments on the subject. Another Trina and Kai team up. On the next GH, Trina helps Kai, Brennan makes a request, and Jason stuns Anna. In addition to Trina assisting Kai, General Hospital spoilers for Friday, December 27th highlight a surprise for Alexis as Michael seeks counsel. After considerable one-sided conflict between Trina and Kai, the two are on excellent terms. Trina's perception of Kai has shifted over time. She appreciates how he stood up for their large art history assignment. Furthermore, despite her lack of knowledge about football, she now recognizes his talent as a player. Teasers hint Trina is assisting Kai. Is this about preparing for the presenting portion of their art history homework, or does he require her assistance with something altogether different? Shocks and stuns. Recently, Anna revealed to Jason that her primary emphasis should be on determining what caused Dex's death. So she requested Jason to lead Operation Find Valentine and Charlotte. Does he find gold in his search? If not, why does Jason unexpectedly stun Anna? Meanwhile, Alexis is about to experience a shock. This could involve one of two people. First, Alexis recently enjoyed Christmas with Rick. Does he surprise her in a positive way? Second, her daughter Christina celebrated the holiday with her father. Do Christina's actions have a negative impact on her mother? Michael appears to be in a bad mood, which could be related to another person. His wife had cheated on him with Drew. He reacted with his own romance with Sasha. Willow moved out with the kids, and he used unscrupulous tactics to remove Drew from his position as Aurora's top shareholder. Now Michael seeks advice. Does he turn to Diane about the custody situation? Are things between Michael and Willow going to get ugly? Finally, Brennan submits a request. Recently, his requests have usually involved Anna, Carly, and Jason. However, this large request may be for someone else. What's this got to do with Valentine? He's all anyone's talking about these days. And Brennan has his WSB partner following Lulu all the way to Prague. What does he need to accomplish now rather than later? GH spoilers, Dante and Lulu clash over Rocco. General Hospital spoilers suggest that Rocco Falconeri is overjoyed to see his mother back. Lulu Spencer has been in a coma for the past 4 years, and despite having Sam McCall as a surrogate mother figure, Sam has now died. So, Lulu is all Rocco has left outside his father, Dante Falconeri, who is dealing with Sam's death himself. General Hospital spoilers. Lulu Spencer has 2 children. Lulu Spencer has a daughter, Charlotte Cassadine, with Valentine Cassadine, who took her eggs and employed a surrogate mother after inseminating the last one. Lulu loved Charlotte regardless of how she came into this world, and she is now missing since Valentine was in problems with the FBI and had to flee, taking Charlotte with him. Lulu was devastated when she heard all of this and resolved to bring Charlotte home. GH spoilers. Rocco Falconeri needs his mother too. While it's understandable that Lulu is sick with concern for Charlotte, she's allowed it to take over her life. Charlotte isn't in danger from Valentine, so there's time to bring him home. Anna Devane, Jason Morgan, and Damian Spinelli have all made it a point to bring Charlotte back to Lulu. Meanwhile, Lulu is so concentrated on Charlotte that she isn't giving Rocco the attention he requires and deserves. General Hospital spoilers. Lulu Spencer has been warned. Tracy Quartermain and Laura Collins have both told Lulu that she should concentrate on what she is doing right now. But when she received a phone call from Charlotte, Lulu abandoned everything to bring Charlotte back, leaving him without his mother again on Christmas. When Dante discovers that Lulu departed on Christmas, he will be enraged. Once Lulu returns home, expect a tense confrontation. What are your thoughts? Do you prefer this version of Lulu? Should she allow Jason and Anna to find Charlotte? How will Rocco feel now that Lulu has abandoned him for Christmas to bring Charlotte home? GH spoilers. Ava is envious of Rick and Alexis. General Hospital spoilers hint that Rick Lansing and Alexis Davis have a colorful history. The couple was married until Rick slept with Alexis' daughter, Sam McCall. Sam despised Alexis because she believed she decided to abandon her. Alexis and Sam eventually buried the hatchet and learned to love each other as mother and daughter. But Rick and Alexis never got over his treachery. General Hospital spoilers. Alexis Davis and Rick Lansing have a baby. The one positive outcome of Rick and Alexis' relationship was their baby, Molly Lansing Davis. Molly adores both of her parents, but she is more influenced by her mother than by her father, who was absent for many years of Molly's childhood. Rick has done some horrific things in his past, such as locking a pregnant Carly Spencer in a panic room and intending to deliver the baby to Elizabeth Weber. GH spoilers. Rick Lansing returns to Port Charles. Rick just came to town after her surrogate and half-sister, Christina Davis Corinthos, lost the baby that was supposed to be given to Molly and her partner, TJ Ashford. Although it was a sad tragedy, Molly blamed Ava Jerome for the fall that killed the infant. Rick volunteered to represent Ava in the criminal trial because he wanted Molly to be free of her pain and the road of retribution. Rick was successful in obtaining Ava's acquittal, and the two of them nearly kissed on Christmas Eve. General Hospital spoilers. Alexis Davis called Rick Lansing for assistance. Alexis set aside her anger for Rick and asked him to help decorate her house for Christmas so Molly could have a pleasant Christmas with both of her parents present and getting along. While they are unlikely to revive their romance, Rick and Alexis' close proximity may make Ava quite jealous. She might even make a move for Rick, luring him into bed so he never looks at Alexis again. But Alexis is the woman Rick truly loves. If Ava is jealous of anyone, it should be Elizabeth. Brooklyn's silent struggles. Brooklyn is plagued by a persistent sense of failure at the vast Quartermain home. Sitting across from Harrison Chase, her irritation bursts over as she discusses their long-standing infertility problem. "Do you really want this anymore?" she demands, her voice heavy with disappointment. Chase, despite being equally disheartened, struggles to provide consolation. They had been trying to conceive for years when Violet moved in with her father, Hamilton Finn. Brooklyn, still in her prime, wonders why her aspirations of parenthood remain unfulfilled. Brooklyn can't shake the feeling of defeat as Chase advises consulting a specialist or looking into other possibilities such as adoption. Their relationship, once based on love and optimism, appears to be crumbling beneath the weight of unmet expectations. Lucas finds solace in Ava. Meanwhile, Lucas Jones is facing his own problems. He expresses his remorse and frustration while sitting at the bar of Ava Jerome's gallery. Ava listens carefully, her keen eyes softening as she hears her nephew's confession. "I feel like I've only made things worse," Lucas acknowledges, referring to a confrontation with someone close. Ava has a profound connection with Lucas. She feels obligated to guide him through these difficult times because she is the sister of his late biological father, Julian Jerome. Ava, whose life has been defined by tragedy and resilience, offers Lucas the words of wisdom he sorely needs. The Jeromes are missing their family right now, and Ava assures Lucas that they can weather any storm together. Jocelyn has a sharp tongue. Carly Spencer's home has a strained celebratory vibe. Jocelyn Jack's cutting wit slices through the tension when she questions someone's viewpoint. Her acerbic reply, "You really believe that?" is greeted with startled silence. Jocelyn's statements, spoken among her mother, siblings, and extended relatives, reveal her developing disillusionment. The Corinthos and Spencer families, who are still recovering from recent losses, try to find joy in the holiday. But for Jocelyn, the weight of unresolved difficulties and unanswered questions hangs big, casting a pall over the festivities. Willow's defiant stand. Emotions are running hot across town at Nina Reeves' home. Willow Corinthos, her eyes flaming with rage, squares off against a daring opponent. "You have no right to judge me," she says, her voice full of conviction. Nina stands solid at her side, her protective instincts on full display. The hot and violent confrontation exposes fissures in relationships that may never be entirely healed. The name of Willow's accuser is unknown, but the heated encounter leaves little doubt that tempers are blazing, and the consequences will reverberate throughout their lives. Michael's moment of vulnerability. In a calmer part of Port Charles, Michael Corinthos finds refuge in a valued confidant. Confessing his doubts and sadness, he says, "Maybe it's time to let her go." His remarks, tinged with resignation, reflect his failing marriage to Willow. Michael's corporate successes seem hollow in comparison to his personal problems. Turning to Jason Morgan for guidance, he decides whether to fight for his marriage or let it end. Jason, ever the stoic protector, provides perspective while carefully avoiding interfering with Michael's emotional state. Carly's misplaced trust. Back at the Spencer house, Carly's faith in Jack Brennan is questioned. Jason, ever cautious, warns her against allowing Brennan into her life. His distrust reflects Sonny Corinthos' concerns, as both men question Brennan's motives. While Carly defends her decision to invite Brennan to their holiday party, Jason's anxiety grows. Their whispered talk in the corner heightens the tension, with Jason promising to keep a close eye on the newcomer. Brennan's dubious intentions. Meanwhile, Brennan's enigmatic phone conversation sets off bells. His tone, planned and hidden, suggests a larger intent. Could he be referring to the mystery communication Charlotte Cassadine gave to her brother, or to Lulu Spencer's covert actions? The stakes are enormous, and the threat is apparent. As Dante Falconeri prepares for terrible news, the question remains, is Brennan playing both sides? Sonny's encouragement to Christina. In a rare moment of tranquility, Sonny Corinthos had a poignant talk with his daughter Christina. Christina, who is in charge of Charlie's pub, reveals her concerns about failing to succeed. Sonny, ever the loving father, reminds her that he believes in her potential. Christina sees the new post as an opportunity to regain her confidence following recent struggles. Her ideas for a youth center may have been shelved, but taking over the bar seemed like the logical step. With Sonny's help, she gains the courage to face this new chapter. A day with high stakes. As the day progresses, Port Charles is filled with unsolved tensions and smoldering confrontations. From Brooklyn's heartache to Brennan's shady dealings, the inhabitants confront difficulties that will test their fortitude and alter their relationships. In this close-knit community, every decision has consequences, and every secret has the power to ruin lives. The holidays may bring joy, but for many, they are also a sobering reminder of what has been lost, and what remains worth fighting for. The past returns to haunt. Lucas Jones and Brad Cooper mistook Wiley for their adoptive child for over a year. Lucas lovingly cared for Wiley, completely oblivious of the awful deception. However, the truth tends to surface. When the truth finally came out, Lucas was devastated. Brad's treachery and the consequent loss of Wiley broke him, prompting him to take a step back from the tumult and temporarily depart Port Charles. Though his departure was heartbreaking, he was confident that Wiley would prosper in Michael's care. Michael, for his part, was unwaveringly committed to fatherhood. Soon after regaining Wiley, he married Willow Corinthos. Their union appeared ideal at first, with Willow officially adopting Wiley and taking on the role of his adoring mother. Together, they provided a supportive and stable environment for the boy. Cracks began to emerge beneath the surface of this seemingly perfect household. Trouble in paradise. In recent months, Michael and Willow's marriage has been beset with strain. Emotional distance and unresolved issues have separated them. Willow was drawn to Drew Quartermain, Michael's uncle, in an emotional relationship that eventually developed into a full-fledged affair. Their secret was revealed when a heated encounter between them became well known. Michael, distraught about the betrayal, sought refuge in the embraces of Sasha Corbin. Though their indiscretion is still under wraps, the truth will eventually come out. Michael and Willow's once solid relationship has shattered, leaving both sides to wonder what comes next. Lucas's return and rising tensions. Lucas recently returned to Port Charles, filled with regret and anxiety for Wiley. During a fortuitous encounter, Lucas noticed Michael and Willow's increasing gap. The tension was apparent, and Lucas couldn't help but worry about the consequences for Wiley. Memories of parenting the boy came flooding back, rekindling his sense of responsibility and affection for the child. As Lucas dug deeper into the case, he noticed flaws in Michael and Willow's public image. Their infidelity, combined with Michael's increased focus on business and Willow's mental instability, formed an image of a troubled home. Lucas' protective instincts kicked in, and he considered interfering on Wiley's behalf. Custody battle in the making. The prospect of regaining custody of Wiley weighed hard on Lucas' mind. While he had previously happily handed over the youngster to Michael, the current circumstances caused him to reconsider his decision. Lucas' legal powers as Wiley's guardian had never been officially removed, offering him a possible foothold if he chose to seek custody. Lucas sought guidance from Alexis Davis, a seasoned attorney known for managing complex family situations. During their talk, Lucas voiced concern for Wiley's emotional well-being and the unstable environment he'd face if Michael and Willow remained on their destructive paths. Alexis, sympathetic to Lucas' situation, agreed to investigate the legalities of the custody agreement and encouraged him to gather evidence of the conflict in Michael and Willow's home. The domino effect. As Lucas proceeded with his intentions, waves swept throughout Port Charles. Michael and Willow became aware of his plans, which strained their already shaky relationship. Michael, feeling betrayed by his cousin, engaged Lucas in a fierce argument. The conversation became heated, with both men voicing complaints and rehashing old wounds. Willow, meantime, was torn. She felt guilty about her romance with Drew and her role in the breakdown of her marriage. The possibility of losing Wiley added another layer of stress, leaving her vulnerable and uncertain. She turned to her biological mother, Nina Reeves, for comfort. Nina, ever the passionate protector of her daughter, promised to assist Willow fight to retain Wiley in their family. Drew's role. Drew finds himself caught in the crossfire. His connection with Willow, which was once a source of comfort, has now become even more difficult. Drew's allegiance to his family collided with his affections for Willow, putting him in an awkward situation. Despite his efforts to remain neutral, his presence merely poured fuel to the fire. The courtroom showdown. The custody dispute ended in a heated courtroom clash. Lucas delivered his argument passionately, emphasizing the volatility in Michael and Willow's home. He stressed his own capacity to offer a caring and stable atmosphere for Wiley, citing his experience as a devoted father during Wiley's early years. Michael and Willow, determined to keep their family together, fought back with equal zeal. Michael's attorney portrayed Lucas as having abandoned his obligations and questioned his motivations for pursuing custody now. Willow's statement was genuine, expressing her love for Wiley and her desire to keep him safe from any disruption. The verdict. After days of emotional testimony and debate, the court reached a conclusion. The decision was bittersweet, since Lucas and Michael were granted joint custody. While Lucas was overjoyed to be a part of Wiley's life again, the arrangement forced all parties to address their weaknesses and prioritize Wiley's welfare. A new beginning. In the aftermath, Lucas, Michael, and Willow sought to develop an amicable co-parenting arrangement. Despite the uncertainty of the future, they all agreed to prioritize Wiley. Port Charles's drama never ends, and new obstacles lurk around every corner. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.